Alright, so I'm back, and today we're going to take a look at the GigaPower Swoop figure. So here he is in his robot mode. Yeah, let's get into accessories. He's got a ton of them, so gotta move him off to the side. So the first thing is, we got these little armatures. I don't know what they're for. Let's see, does it have anything in the instructions on them? Not at all, and they're not even in the picture, so I don't know. So, to anybody out there, let me know what you think these things are for. I don't know. Let's see, what else does he come with that's not pictured? He also comes with these things. So these just kind of plug in here like that. I don't know. I legitimately have no idea. He's got two of them, and these little ladder panels here, for lack of a better word, just plug into the side there. But yeah, no instructions on these. So I don't know what they are for. So maybe these plug in here, and they're like studio lights. I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments if you guys know what these things are for, because I'm not seeing anything on the instructions on them. Then there's also this little blue piece here. Also not in the instructions. I don't know. That kind of looks like maybe part of the neck. Maybe? I don't know. And then there's this piece, which I, again, have the slightest idea what this is for. Again, these aren't on the instructions, so I can't tell you. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Again, yeah, let me know in the comments below if you guys know what any of that stuff is for. The rest of the stuff is pretty straightforward. So we got two swords. It looks like they do turn on and off, like all the rest of them. So, yeah. Two guns. Handles just kind of fold out like this, just like that. Looks like these have a ball joint on them, and these detach. So yeah, yeah, those look good. We'll take a look at how they function later. He does come with an alternate face. He's got this face, very anime, and he's got the clear beak here. So I don't, but it doesn't look like the head is removable, like you can't take the head apart. So now this is the part where I'm going to actually give them a little flack, because, you know, they would have increased so much playability if they would have made these heads like you could unscrew them and then take the eyes out, because then you'd have like two different faceplates, two different head options, and just swap out the eyes with very minimal extra work. So I really do think that they should have thought about something like that to just give a little bit more playability there. Then the head looks like it does open up, and there's a little laser in there, so pew, pew, pew. Yeah, all that looks good. And it's just gold paint as opposed to the chrome that's on him. And the last accessory to look at is he's got this display stand. Oh wait, no, there's two more things. So this one is in the instructions, yeah? Maybe? Yeah. So this looks like something to hold onto his weapons, something like that, I would assume. Or perhaps it's I don't know. I don't care. Yeah. So probably just plug his swords into the back there, kind of deal. That's my guess. And then got this piece here, probably an adapter. Maybe I don't know. I'm getting tired. There's so much shit here, and most of this is doesn't seem like it goes to. Alright, so we got this big display base, which kind of looks like a Autobot logo, which is pretty cool. And then there's these panels here in here that will untab. Just get yourself like a screwdriver or something, and we can just poke it through. So now you've got your little cutout. Then you take this piece here, and this will plug in, and this is your display stand itself. Then this will come down, plug into this one, and then yeah, you guys are kind of getting the idea, right? Yeah. And then you can plug the figure in up there. So, as far as I can really go into is that it's pretty cool looking. Not something I'm going to use, so it's going to go into my big box of bases that I have sitting around. Starting to get a little overloaded with that stuff. And then the last little thing, he comes with this little white piece of paper with a scrunched up piece of red metallic. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. I apologize for not being more knowledgeable on random stuff that came with this guy. That is not in the instructions. So, if it's for another figure, let me know. We're probably going to try and hit up the dude that I bought these from. Let's see if he needs those back. Alright, so let's look at the swoop here. So yeah, looks good. Head is on a ball peg, so you left and right, up and down. Head sculpt, this one's the Stoic. Looks pretty good. Not as good as I would want, but I do think it's a little bit better than the Fans Toys. Just a tad. Wings can hinge in and out and forward. And you can also fold them out if you wanted to. I don't know why you would, because that's just not the look that he has in his robot mode. But you got the chrome, you got silver claws here, silver paint here with accents all over it. Looks great. Lots of breakup going on in there. Nice chrome beak. All that looks good. Shoulders ratchet up to here, down to there, out to the side. I'm sure they would go all the way around if the wings weren't in the way, but they are, so we can't really, I don't think we can really go against them on that one. So that folds up to there. Bicep swivel, double bend elbow, wrist swivels, and looks like we've got similar setup as the other ones. So there's a plastic pin into the hand, so they get side to side, and 2 hinges on each finger. So pretty good range of motion there. Thumbs on a ball joint with 2 individual hinges on there, so good range of motion there. Alright, so we've got this nice metallic blue Man, this is great. You get lighter metallic blue, and then you get this darker metallic blue. So with accents kind of going back and forth throughout. Actually, it looks like this is even a darker dark blue. So you got this light blue, dark blue, and this really dark blue. So it just looks great. There's so many just different accents going on in this one little area. Looks great. Hips out to the side, not ratcheted, but nice, and that's nice and tight. Probably a little too tight, but whatever. Thigh swivel, bends at the knee. Looks like it wants to bend further, but I'm not going to push it, but at least you get that. These are a little on the looser side. So like if you're trying to do like a running stance, I don't know how you would, but if you were, you might come with a little trouble there. So just be mindful of that. I would imagine just a couple twists on a screwdriver and you're probably good. Foot has a tilt up and down and a rocker, a little bit of a toe bend there, and then alright, now we can take the gun here and we can plug it into the wing here for that look. I think that makes it a little too cluttered. But we can take the gun and let's plug it into his hand. Just like that. Looks good. Looks good. Take the sword here. Plug this into his hand. And that all looks good as well. That one doesn't seem to want to stay tabbed in. There we go. Alright. Now, one thing I want to mention real quick is the arms seem a little short in contrast to the legs. Maybe it's just me. But it feels like they should have just like extended just a little bit more, like just about like that much. But you know, whatever. Here he is with Optimus. So it's a nice size compared to Optimus, a nice big bot. I do like the Dinobot's bigger than Optimus. And then we'll set him over here. Grimlock can go right in the middle. And Sludge will go over here. So we need to get Slag and Snarl still. But as far as these guys go, as far as the swoop goes, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. I do think like the arms should have been a little bit better or proportioned, and I think the all those other accessories, if they come with him, and they were all in styrofoam packaging, so I would imagine they come with him, but there's no instructions on what to do with them, so that's a little annoying. I just kind of wish better instructions there. But other than that, he's a pretty good figure. But yeah, as a whole, as far as these three go, like I said with the Grimlock, if you have the Fans Toys ones, I don't see any reason to get the GigaPower ones. And if you have the GigaPower ones, I see no reason to get the Fans Toys one. I think they both have their own merits. And I don't think this isn't like, which one's better, the X-Transbots Minosaur or the Fans Toys Minosaur, even though that Fans Toys isn't complete. Fans Toys blows everything of X-Transbots out of the water. This is not one of those. This is not, Make Toys Seeker versus Takara Seeker, where, Make Toys is more like a little bit of older MP. Whereas the Takara are more on the line of the more animated look, where it's like they're both good, they both have their merits, but they both really fit on a different slot. These guys in the Fans Toys ones are just, I mean, essentially they're competing for the same space, but there's not a clear, to me, there's not a clear one that's like, oh, this one's better. You know, throughout these 3 quick reviews that you guys have seen, you know, I have little QC issues with Swoop and Sludge, but I had the same kind of QC issues with the Swoop and Sludge from Fans Toys. Pretty much every Fans Toys figure out of the box I have to do some sort of tweaking. but yeah, so ultimately I do think these guys are good. I'm not going to say they're better than the Fans Toys. I think they're as good as the Fans Toys. If you picked one, you know, just stick with the one. But not having held the metallic versions of these guys, I will say these chrome ones are fantastic. There's so many different accents. They went all out, and highly recommend it. I really hope that they reissue the other 2. Otherwise, I'm going to keep an eye out on eBay. If anybody else out there has the chrome versions of the last 2 and you don't want them, hit me up and perhaps we can make a deal. But yeah, I guess that's really all I got.